Welcome everybody to the TRU-MON show. Janik, your host, with a very special guest today, Mr. Perfect Gideon in flesh.
Blessed King, give thanks.
What's up, my brother?
I'm just here taking it easy, you know. Rastafari, new day, new blessings, and we're just taking it easy, like Sunday morning, you know.
It was important for me to connect with you, and I want people to understand where I'm coming from with this interview, with why I have Perfect Gideon here with me today. Okay. Is something to do with living your dreams. We all have dreams, and I think the dreams is very important. Once you start living your dreams, that's what's binding all of us together. My dream, your dream, that's how we attach, that's how we melt to each other. That's why we are one. If nobody have dream, well, the world is not the way it is. You don't make music for me to enjoy it and this, that. So it's very, very important to live your dreams, and that's what I want people to be inspired by that hangout, by that conversation we're going to have, to really live your dreams and put away the false pride and realize that we are one. And I can be Perfect Gideon. Perfect Gideon can be me. I can be anyone. We are one. And we have to come to that state of realization that we are one. I'm sure you agree with me on that.
Yes, I do agree with that.
So that's it. So this interview will be done from a big fan and supporter point of view, of course, because I'm a big, big fan of your music, and you know that. You've been...
Yes, King. Give thanks. Give thanks.
Yeah, it's a big... just the fact that we come together like that today on screen, and to me, it's like a dream come true. So that's why I want people to be inspired by that. To me, meeting Perfect Gideon like that, it was my dream, you know. Do you see that guy in the back there, Bob Marley? Well, I've been listening to him, Perfect, since I'm 15-year-old, man. 15. And I wrote you in an email before. To me, and all the greats in reggae music, you are amongst them. No doubt in my mind. You are a musical alchemist. There's no words for my gratefulness towards the kind of music you do, the association with the sounds. Anyway, you're divine. Yeah, you're divine.
Trying. You know, I'm trying. I'm not ready to put myself with Babas yet. Still trying. You know, I'll probably get there one day. You know, still trying.
Oh, you're more than trying. You're doing a very good job, especially when I see you on scene doing concert and that. Yesterday, I posted one of your concert in 2014, I believe it was, with Anthony B in Europe. It was amazing. Anyway. So
in Portugal, yeah, we were in Portugal with Anthony B and Popcorn and Porter J and Kimani Marley. It was a good good tour, yes.
So this interview for sure will be like more like a conversation, hangout interview. Like, I don't want pressure. It's an interview done by a fan. It's not a normal, regular kind of interview that you would attempt, I'm pretty sure, anywhere, because we both. The fact that we're here today also, it's not because I chase you to be here. It's all vibrational, our thing. It's all vibrational. Because I emit high vibration. You emit high vibration, and we just at one point attach to each other. I never chase you down. I never did anything like that. Why?
Yes, so true.
Why? Because I knew I didn't need to chase you down. I knew you were feeling my vibes, and I'm feeling your vibes. So that's the main key in there. And to bring the reggae music to another level, that's what we have to do. Because you know what, Perfect? In all my quest and all my search of the truth and the Babylon and all that stuff, I came to realize that, once you seek the truth, it will set you free. You have to use it for something. You have to use it to your advantage to rise above stuff that's part of the illusion. And anyway, to live your dreams, manifest your greatness. So here I am today on the TRU-MON show with Mr. Perfect Gideon. I have a little intro that I'm going to read about you, because there are some people that might not know you. So I want them to know you. I want the whole world to know Perfect Gideon. If you haven't heard about the hand card boy, then you are indeed missing out on one of the most powerful, intriguing, refreshing voices in today's reggae dancehall scene. Greg Rose, aka Perfect Gideon, the musical alchemist. He has released over 800 singles and, if I'm not mistaken, 9 albums? Right?
Yeah, that's, 9 albums and 2 EPs.
That's it.
Actually, yes.
Over the course of his career so far. So over the years, he has scored #1 tunes in Jamaica, Germany, Sweden, France, and done collaboration with Lauryn Hill, Anthony B, Sizzla Kalonji, Lutan Fire, Jaden Blackamore, and more. The list is long. House of Rhythm and everything, and bring it on. Perfect Gideon could be compared to a tsunami wave, and he is. That is exactly the way he hits the massive with different styles of music and energetic performance. He has been around the world multiple times, performing at some of the biggest festivals and sold-out club shows, always in demand. Soulful melodies for the rebels and the message of equal rights and justice are always present in his song. So Perfect, I would like you to explain me. I don't see you much now. It's kind of blurry.
Okay,
now I see you better.
Problem here.
Yeah. So I would like you to, I want to start, like I said, my first question to you is, explain me where you come from, because Perfect Gideon didn't appear like this today on the screen just by snapping finger. It takes mental work. It takes mental dedication, focus, and everyday focus on your stuff to be able to achieve something like you did. So explain me a bit, because I know you. Like I said, I've never chased you down, so I know a lot about you. I know through your music and that. But it's going to be a moment for me today also to discover you more and people to know more about you. So tell me a little bit more about you, where you're from. I know you're from Jamaica, but where exactly in that?
You know, I'm a bush baby. I'm from a village that is in the hills, a small village that's located in St. Anne, Jamaica. Now, St. Anne is the parish that, Bob Marley's from, Bernie Spears from St. Anne. We also have other greats like Ernest Smith. We also have Justin Hines. And we have Chesedek, and the list goes on. We have President Brown. I have to really, try to mention all the greats from St. Anne. So I'm from a little village that's called Bamboo. It's very small. It's a farming community, and I would say it's a community that we as Jamaicans and as Africans, it's a community that as I said, it's a farming community. There's also a Rasta village that is in the community also, where I used to attend every afternoon when I came from high school, and that is how I got introduced to the Rastafarian faith. Grew up in a small family, 1 sister, 2 brothers, and mom and dad, and the typical life. Go to school on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You do the house chores on Saturday, and then you go to church on Sunday. Right?
Yeah.
So I would say, grew up normal life, the parents, football in the afternoons, your friends, a little cricket, and yeah, that's pretty much it, Bamboo is
And when was the spark in your youth age to say, I'm gonna become a reggae singer, internationally known? That's my goal, that's my dream. When was that spark?
No, well, that started out, I would say that is an inborn concept. I was born with the music inside of me. Okay. It just took, I would say, a few years for it to really, show itself up. So, first thing is first, my dad is a technician, right?
Yeah.
He works, he fixes you know, a broken radio, a broken TV, a broken car stereo, you know, a broken fridge. But one of the main things that he did specialize in was jukebox. So we had a lot of jukeboxes around the house, some that were working and some that weren't working. Now, we had a special personal jukebox for us as the family, in which my dad, he tricked the jukebox that we would have to throw coins in it to operate it. It's like you just hit a little thing, and so we could play records whenever we want,
all day long,
all the time, on time.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, we had the jukebox, and it was filled with 45s, you know, from all different genres, not just reggae alone. You know, there was Marty Robbins, there was Michael Jackson, there was Bob Marley, you know, there was Sam Cooke. You know, it's a whole bunch of different artists from different genres, and you know, we used to listen to music a lot. And what I used to find myself doing is, for example, I would listen to, let's say, you know, a Peter Tosh, and then I would flip the 45 on the flip side, which is called the version or the rhythm, and then I would play the rhythm, and then I would try back on the rhythm. So that is how I started practicing, I should say, you know, trying to emulate, you know, a Peter Tosh or a Bob Marley, trying to sing back their song exactly or precisely how they did it, just trying to do it. You know, just trying to build my skills and motivate myself, you know. And that is where I would say that, you know, we started out practicing and you know, building our skills.
Yeah.
And, you know, that continued, you know, in primary school, you know, people always saw some type of musical vibe in us. You know, we were often called to sing some of the songs at the school concerts, or to recite a poem, or to be a part of a play. It was either acting or singing, but, you know, I was always called upon. And from primary school, it followed up onto high school. You know, at the end of the year, when they're keeping the class parties, I was still called upon to give a rendition, to sing a song or do something. So, you know, it was slowly but surely becoming a part of my life. Because if I wasn't singing at church on Sunday, I was singing at school on Monday, or on the weekend, I was just singing around the yard with my, you know, to my father's music. And after leaving high school, I still had interest for the music, and I think it was about the third or the second to last year in high school, you know, I really made my mind up that I wanted to have a career out of music, because at that time we had stars like, you know, Buju Banton was hot, very hot in Jamaica. Buju was just coming out. There was Capleton was fire. Garnet Silk was on the rise, and it was just a time that there were a lot of artists that were inspiring me so much. You know, I really took the stand, and I was like, look, I'm going to make this be a career. But to be honest with you, I knew it was going to be a long shot, a very long run. And,
that's what it is. And when you start pursuing your dreams and a goal like that, it's always a long shot. And I'm sure you can testify about that. It's long.
Yeah, it was a very long shot. I mean, you know, as a youngster trying to break into the music business, number one, I'm from St. Anne, which is, people regard St. Anne as the tourism parish, so to speak, of Jamaica. Yeah? Bob Marley was from St. Anne, but, you know, they say that Bob Marley went to Trenchtown before he got his big break or whatever. Yeah. But without the inspiration of St. Anne, you couldn't, I don't think Bob Marley could have gotten that big break in Trenchtown still. The foundation was laid in St. Anne. There had to be something about St. Anne that the parish had produced.
Yeah.
The greatest thing in reggae, Bob Marley. So we could never leave St. Anne out. So St. Anne, as I said, you know, is regarded as a tourism parish. So when you're coming from St. Anne as an artist, it's 3 times harder. You've got to work 3 times harder in order to break into the business. Because first thing, when you go into Kingston, which is the capital, we would say, of reggae music,
yeah,
you know, it's like, you know, the Kingston artists are like, oh, look a country boy try music. He's gonna fail. You know, he don't know the music like us, you know. So just that alone is like a fence or a wall that you have to overcome.
Yeah.
That's number 1. Number 2 is getting your song played on the radio. You know, that was definitely a task.
Yeah, getting your song on the radio.
I think it's a task pretty much anywhere for any artist in the world to get your song played on primetime radio, you know? So that was another obstacle that I had to overcome, and how I did that is that I tried to have a personal relationship with disc jockeys that supported my style or my kind of music. You know what I'm saying? So I reached out to disc jockeys that embraced Rastafari message, roots and culture music, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you know, slowly but surely we built a relationship. They started listening to some of my songs, and bit by bit some of my songs started getting played on the radio, you know?
Yeah. And
that was just because I started doing professional recording, I would say, ever since I was like 18, 19. Majority of those songs were just given away back to people in the streets, you know, a taxi man, a teacher going to school, a school kid, you know, on the bus, you know, a market vendor. We just gave away CDs.
Just
trying to build, just building up our just building up our fans and our followers in around our area, just in the St. Anne, you know, community, the parish of St. Anne. And then, you know, it's time right now to take it to another level. You know, Jamaica has 14 parishes. St. Anne is just 1 parish. So you need all the other parishes to start listening to you. So how you're going to do that is like, so I had a few songs that were playing on the radio in which a few people were familiar with the name Perfect. I would say, you know, the most people that were familiar with the name Perfect at that time were the people from my era, from St. Anne, because they knew, you know, they're familiar with the name Perfect already. So whenever this jockey says it on the radio, they would be the first person to identify the artist. But I never became a household name until I got the first hit in late 2004. The first hit, Handcart Boy. Handcart Boy, yes. That Handcart Boy, I would say, is the song that introduced me to the rest of Jamaica, the Caribbean, and the world. You know, that song just exploded, man. To be honest with you, it's just Jah works, you know. The producer that produced that song could not buy me $1 soda, and I could not buy the producer $1 soda either. We had, when I said no money, I'm telling you, we had $0 for promote. We never had no money to promote, to distribute, to market, not even to buy our own selves a drink. No money at all. So it's just Jah works, but it's just the power of Rastafari. Just push that song through our channels and open doors and just open some locks, and it worked, man. Rastafari, it worked.
I believe.
I can't. If somebody asks me how that song became popular,
it's Jah works.
I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer. It just happened.
It's Jah works.
I know it just happened.
And that's what you have to keep in mind when you pursue something like that, is to have faith. Be faithful over the few things are going to bring you. Look at me, I've started very, very little. I started that reggae group. There was 125 people in there. But every day I'm faithful over a few. I go there every day. Post music. You have to be faithful. If you're not
consistent.
That's it. Consistent.
Faithful,
you have
consistent,
to. Exact.
Yeah.
So people that pursue their dreams, you gotta have consistency. You cannot just say, "Oh, I'm gonna do it one day and not the other day," because the day you don't do it, it's gonna put you back 6 months into your dreams. Yes. You have to take action every day.
Yes.
And you cannot.
A lot of work, man.
It's a lot of work.
Even Uncut Boy as my first hit single.
It's
just to give you a little information on Uncut Boy.
Yeah.
No, number one, right? The owner of the studio where Uncut Boy was voiced, he did not like to see me because he was, clean shaved, bald, uptown.
Yeah.
And I was this little Rasta boy from country with a big ganja split in my mouth and in my eyes look red. So he never liked to see me on the studio premises. You know what I'm saying? So in order for me to voice Uncut Boy, I had to hide because his nephew, the owner of the studio nephew, is the guy that produced the song. And he had so much, he believed in me so much. So no matter what his uncle said, his uncle ran me out of the studio 100 times and he would be like, "Don't go too far, man. Just stay on the outside. I have a special rhythm I'm going to give to you." Right?
Yeah.
And he gave me that rhythm and I listened to the rhythm and I came up with the song. And on the night when we were supposed to voice, his uncle was doing an album with Maxi Priest at the same time. Okay? And they were busy working in the studio and his uncle and Maxi Priest, that's Bobby Digital, his uncle is Bobby Digital, respect the great Bobby Digital, regardless.
Yeah.
They both drove out to get some food. Listen, they both drove out to get some food about 12 o'clock in the night. I was sleeping in an old car. Outside of the street, I was sleeping in an old car. And when his nephew saw that they were going to get some food, that was the only time for me to voice. And his nephew came and he knocked me up out of the old car. I was sleeping and he said, "Come, Perfect, you got to do this song right or it's not going to happen." And we went in there and trust me, one take. Uncut Boy was done in one take because he was fretting and I was fretting because we could not let Bobby Digital and Maxi Priest come and see us in the studio because they were doing a session. They just drove out to catch some food, man. Just like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So we just had like 5 minutes to do Uncut Boy.
Wow.
One take. I put the headphone on, he started the rhythm, one take down the line. That's it. I ran out the studio.
Wow.
Work it.
Wow. It has to be done.
Yeah, that's it. Had to be done,
And also, look, it took 5 minutes to record. You were rushed to do it, and look what happened after.
Yes,
it became number one in the world. I still post it today. It's one of my favorite songs in Cardboy, for sure.
Yeah. Right.
That brings me to my other question, my brother. What are the roots of your inspiration daily? Like, do you have habits, rituals? Like, I have habits and rituals myself that I have to keep doing every day to keep my focus, keep my mind focused. So do you have what's your daily inspiration? And the roots of your inspiration for sure is God, it's Jah, it's Rastafari. But I mean, what music do you listen to? What books do you read? What do you do like during the day to stay inspired? I know you're inspired by the Most High. We all are. Me too. But I mean, I read books. I listen to music. What do you do?
I'm inspired by pretty much everything that surfaces around me.
Yeah.
I get inspired by my daughter sometimes when she just says something or she does something. I get inspired by my wife sometimes. I get inspired by friends. Just the everyday movement of folks.
Okay.
Regardless of race, color, class, or creed. They all inspire me because they're human beings.
Yeah.
They're human beings. And I read a few books. I don't tend to read a lot of books because too much books will confuse the mind. I do believe in that.
Yeah.
So I do read a few books, but the most important book is the book of life.
Yeah.
You know, the most important book is the book of life.
Yeah.
And if you know how to read that book, you will be inspired every second of the day.
I think it's the key. It's to each one teach one. It's to raise above that limit that, oh, Yannick cannot get in touch with Perfect Gideon because Perfect Gideon is international reggae artist. No. Just be yourself.
A man is just a man.
A man is just a man. That's it.
Yes,
and that's...
of position or whatever. A man is just a man. You see, 2 eyes, 1 nose, 10 fingers, 10 toes. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing extraordinary about I and I, different from, somebody else,
No.
And we all have the same 24 hours.
Yeah.
We all have the same 24 hours, and we all breathe the same air, and we all walk the same streets. So a man is just a man, brother.
That's it. And we all have the same problem, different solution, and different
solutions.
That's it. And we I think it's very important to shine our light too, and to inspire each other to really, really come out like I did. Like what I did, it's something that I created on my own. It's something that I really put effort towards every day. Me, I want to bring the reggae music to another level. I think you can notice it. I'm very...
Yeah, see, you are definitely an ambassador for the music. I've seen that.
And that's what I want to be. That's what I want to be, and I want to really keep doing it, and I'm never going to give up because this is my life. Right. This is my mission. This is my part that I have to do in the universe. You do your own, I do my own. My part is to promote that message, to bring it out there. That's it. Because there is a message in the music. That brings me to my next question to you. There is a deep message in reggae music. It changed my life when I was 15-year-old. I listened to Bob Marley's first song. I was 15-year-old, and it completely changed my life. I was in a car in Trois-Rivières, one of my hometown, with one of my friends, and he starts playing that, and it illuminated my life right away, but not until 42 years old, really, that I woke up. Now at 42, I'm really awake. Now I'm awake like never before, bro. I feel so alive. It's crazy because I open my mind, open my heart, connect with all kinds of people. And that's the message in the reggae music. I don't know if you share the same opinion as me. I feel that the message is motivation and inspiration based. You are, for me, one of the most wonderful motivational speaker in the world, because every day you get up, you sing, it's motivation. I listen to reggae music to motivate myself, to do my exercise on my bike, anything I do. All day long I play reggae music because it brings my vibes up. Music can change people. But I feel that the message in the music is some kind being diluted a little bit in the latest years. I mean, I don't know if you feel the same as me. Like it's not with you, but with the major reggae artists in general. I think it's being a bit... It should... Reggae is strong, but it could be stronger. That's my point. Reggae is strong,
man, definitely.
But it could be stronger, and
I agree with you.
Has to be stronger. It doesn't it has to be stronger.
The message over the years, just like you said, it has been diluted by a lot of talents out there. That's why we as the true warriors, we have to just keep on enforcing that message and keep on, riveting it in the people's brain. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have to give respects to like a Loot and Fire, an artist like those who keep the message and the roots of the music.
Oh yeah, that's why
be kept every time, all the time.
That's why I'm not attracted to any kind of reggae music. It's got to be conscious. The lyrics has to be conscious. I listen to the song. I have a head. and I listen to the lyrics, and I'm a very, very conscious guy. You know me. You've seen what I do online. You saw my stuff. I don't need to go in details into that. This is not the time today. It's you know, I know the truth. I know the truth, and I know it set me free.
Yes, you are for the roots, definitely. You are for the roots.
I am free. Definitely. I am free, and I'm just express it, just like you, just like everybody else. But I want to really inspire people with that talk, and I think it's really, really gonna get there. But that's it. You have. You know, you have been around a lot. You have been around the world many times, okay? What country do you think, for sure Europe is very big on reggae, it's very huge on, where is the weakest and the strongest place on earth where we could bring it up, like, put Soulja and really bring up the vibes, like, there's something we can do, either if it's Facebook, Instagram, where is the place where it's vibing the most and vibing the less? Because it's a world on no vibration, we're gonna admit it. It's a world on no vibration, that's why I smoke fucking weed all day long. Because the world is such on no vibration, I have no choice. Anyway, go.
Yeah, well, you know, it's that question is a bit difficult.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you will find places in the world that they support the music, I would say, on a mainstream level. Okay? And then, but I mean, mainstream is more seen and it's more broadcasted.
Yeah.
But also you have other places in the world, poor areas, which they do support the music a lot too, but because it's more underground and you know they're poor countries.
Yeah.
You know, majority of the time third world countries. It's not highlighted as you know
as Germany, for example.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Germany, everywhere you go, there's reggae. I think Germany is
right.
Canada, we could do a lot better. Montreal, I think Montreal has to be better. There's a lot of reggae in Montreal, but there's, like, I never seen. Have you ever came to Montreal?
I've never played in Montreal, actually. You know.
You've never played in Montreal?
No, I think like a year ago, or probably a few months ago, somebody was trying to book a show, but that was in the same time when I was heading off to China.
I don't see you good now.
It never worked out.
The screen is no good. Oh, now it's good. Yeah, you never played in Canada. I was wondering that the other day. It goes blurry sometime.
I have played in Canada before, man. I've played in Toronto before.
Okay.
I have played over in Vancouver one time.
Okay.
It was back in 2008.
But not Montreal.
But I've never played in Montreal.
Vancouver, I lived there for 2 years. Such a beautiful place, Vancouver, man. I'm sure you loved it. I'm sure you loved it, Vancouver.
Yeah, Vancouver is very chill, very, very nice.
The weed in BC, man.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I know, it's
people are more liberal too, and it's more liberal.
Yeah.
Liberal type of vibe there. No?
Yeah, because, you know, let's talk about weed, call it the herbs. Let's talk about the herbs. Because people are so hypocrite with that these days. It's unbelievable, the hypocrisy towards the smoking of the joint. But it's okay, you know, to go drink a beer, to go get drunk in front of your kids, that's fine. But smoking a joint is wrong. Like, the world is gone inverted. Honestly, the world is inverted. You say it in your song. There's two kinds of people in the world: those who smoke marijuana and those who don't smoke marijuana and those who should smoke marijuana. But I think the world is just hypocrite on that. And we have to.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, what I've seen that is happening slowly but surely, is that there's like a big cannabis rush that's going on right now, especially in the United States and Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jamaica to some point, because they recently decriminalized it to a certain degree, and they have been doing a lot of stuff. They have been inviting like experts from California to fly down into Jamaica to really show them how to clone seeds and develop other breeds and stuff like that. And it's like everywhere you look, there is another marijuana product. There's just something happening. There's another state.
Yeah, it's coming there.
You're still gonna have those people all the time, every time. But I really think that there's a big consciousness, for marijuana right now from a lot of people.
You know what? To go on that topic of consciousness, I think, the consciousness is about marijuana, but there's consciousness. The whole humanity is changing. There's a shift in consciousness happening. I can feel it. You can feel it. A lot of people can feel it.
Yeah.
The humanity is awakening. And that's a fact.
Yes.
You don't need... Okay, you don't need to go on YouTube to find that out. You just gotta look around, and people are more enlightened these days, and it's coming there. It's coming there, and the awakening started
all over the world, man. All over the world, people are really, people are really getting fed up by the bullshit.
That's it. That's what I posted the other day. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a bullshit analyzer. That's all there is out there. It's freaking bullshit. The Babylon, everything that's in Babylon is illusion. We live in a big world of illusion, and people don't see it. They don't see it.
Yes.
So that's why we have to speak out. We have to sing, come together, come together and, be the change, be the light. That's why I'm here today. Be the change, be the light. That's why I keep seeing it. I kept hearing it. Be the change. At one point, you have to do it. You have to take a step. And
you have to make a stance,
Because the system is there. A lot of people are going to say, oh, yeah, but Perfect Gideon had it good. He's there. He's accomplished now and everything. So, no, there is sacrifice to do to get there, first of all, to take your responsibility as a human being. First of all, that's the first thing you should do in life. You are born with life. You're born dead with life, no? You're born dead with life, but you're born.
Born dead with life, yes. Born dead with life, A lot of people still don't understand the meaning behind, that phrase or the name of that album. But it's very deep, man. It's one of my classical albums that I really would tell a fan and a non-fan to go and check it out, because yes,
it's one of my favorite.
Attack your stupidity. It will attack your stupidity.
Yeah. But
and get cleared up. Yeah.
Exact. But the emancipating of the mental slavery, because we're all from birth, we're put under a trance. We're put under a trance. We don't see clear with it until we lift that veil of illusion. And what brought me to discover the truth is Peter Tosh. It's Peter Tosh and Bob Marley, both. Because Bob kept telling me about Babylon. So at one point, it's in my head. So Peter Tosh keeps telling me there's confusion and illusion. Okay, now it's got to be somewhere. So I started making research, and I found the truth, a part of it anyway. So that's it. But who seek shall find. Who seek shall find. It's going to set you free. Look at me. I'm on YouTube talking with Perfect Gideon. Didn't that set me free? I was not talking with Perfect 6 months ago, whatever, 2 years ago. This get-together didn't happen just by flicking a finger. No, it's a years of vibrational emission.
Yes, vibration.
It's vibration, and it's just the beginning of something. We're just, it's just the beginning. We're going to get together in real flesh one day and all that, but no, for sure. Now, my other question to you, okay, because I see you, and you have a different approach than any other artist out there. You are very, very accessible, okay, to the right person. I mean, you're not going to vibe with just anybody, I understand that, but people that you vibe with, you're very accessible and you're very present on social media. Like Instagram, especially Instagram, which I find...
You have to.
That's it.
Because to be honest with you, it's as simple as this, man.
Yeah.
I've been doing this professionally for 10 years.
Yeah.
If I should put the years before, add up to probably about 20 years. But let's say professionally for 10 years now. And I've never had a manager. Never had a personal manager. So that just goes to show you majority of what is done by me. In regards to producing, in regards to videos, I go back in my own pockets. You know, I make my own budget, and you know, I do basically everything on my own. So it's like 3 persons, 3 in 1, 1 in 3, same trinity. Because we have P. Giddy, which is, you know, the business person. He's always on social media making links with producers or artists. He's taking care of GIDDIMANI Records and Chalice Palace Publishing and Chalice Row Records also. We have like 3 labels that he has to be taken care of. Then there is Perfect Gideon, which is the artist who is there to perform and record and, you know, to do the interviews and to sign the autographs. And then there's Greg Rose, which is the family person. You know, I have a wife.
Man, that's it. You have kids, you have a wife, you have a family.
I have to break me up in 3 pieces. And, you know, it's it's not easy, but it's not hard. It can be done, yeah?
No, it can be done. It can be done with, I believe, with dedication. So that's why I flashed that day. I said, because I'm very attached to you. I love your music. You're the I don't know. I love them all. I'm into everything that's reggae music, that vibe. I'll share it. But for sure, I have a special attachment with you. I don't know why. I haven't found out yet. I don't know. But I know why. But I mean, it's up to the divine power to decide the outcome about this. It's not up to us. It's not up to me. It's not up to you. So we're just riding the wave, taking that where it's taking us. And I love to promote you. I love to promote reggae music. So I will never stop. That's for sure. And the fact that you get with me here today to show me that tremendous amount of respect is big to me. It's big to me. Because I think for you, I saw you post something, it's fan over fame, right?
Yeah, fans over fame, man.
Fans over fame. Yeah, I saw that. I saw you with girls taking pictures somewhere. I'm like, oh, that's so great. It's, you know, that's... Everything is vibration, and when you vibe with people, they're gonna recognize it. So now, GIDDIMANI Records. When exactly did that started? Because I saw you came out with a logo last year. Like I saw your new logo at one point. I'm like, but when did GIDDIMANI Records started, and what do you do exactly? What artists do you promote? Because we're going to take care of that too. I want to get in touch with your other artists that you have. Young Shanti, I love him. He's great.
Okay, let me start from...
Come on, go ahead.
Okay, well, first is first.
Yeah.
Round about 23 years old. My father saw that, you know, I was really, really interested in this music, and there's nothing that would tell me to do something else. So he purchased some studio equipment for me, all right? Me and my brother, we built a studio, and it was called Ascom Recording Studio. And that's the first label that we had. We were doing production on. We produced, I would say, about 2 compilations with various artists in and around the St. Anne area. And those CDs, we would just burn CDs and we would just give away the market area all over, the tourist area, we would just give away CDs. So believe it or not, we had a label back in St. Anne that was popular in that time, but just in St. Anne alone. So we had artists that we were recording from different little communities in St. Anne that we made popular in their community just by producing a single with them from Ascom Studios. Then my brother, he went into telecommunication, and I opened up Chalice Palace Records.
Yeah.
Okay? On Chalice Palace Music. I don't know if you know the single Amerimaca.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite.
Amerimaca is Chalice Palace. That was produced by me. That's Chalice Palace Music. And when I got the first hit single, Handcart Boy, I got so busy and I could not operate the studio anymore. And the studio was closed down because I got too busy for the studio. You know, the tours were coming up, and you know, I was all over the place. I got too busy for the studio. But I was still producing on Chalice Palace Music label as my first album, GIDDIMANI Records, that was put together by Chalice Palace Music, and I got the first contract. Actually, when I did that album, no company in Jamaica had approached me for a distribution deal, and I was getting a bit fed up. So I just put the album in a bag and I went off to Austria, because at that time I was doing some work. I was recording Born Dead with Life album in Austria, but I had GIDDIMANI album that was finished, and I just took it off. I went off to Austria and I started scouting the album. Fortunately, I met this guy in a bar one night. He was just wondering why I had a turban on, why I looked so strange, who was I? He just wanted to know about me. So I was like, look, I'm a reggae artist and I have a new album. Who are you? He was like, okay, I am the A&R representative for a company here in Austria, for a distribution company here in Austria. So I was like, okay, could we exchange numbers? Because I would like to have a meeting with you guys. I have a new album here. And they were like, oh, we don't distribute reggae, but I tell you what, I'll set up a meeting. You could meet with my boss, and yeah, we take it from there. The next morning, he called me up. I went down to the office in the afternoon. I met with the boss. He loved the album, and he took it. So that was my first deal. So my first deal I got was for Chalice Palace Music. Was for GIDDIMANI album on Chalice Palace Music. Got a distributional deal.
Great.
And after that, I was still producing on Chalice Palace Music. I did French Connection with Shirkan. And what happened is that my main publisher, you know, she informed me that I could open my own publishing company. So I used the name Chalice Palace Music and I formed a publishing company. Then I started GIDDIMANI Records back in 2013 is when I put out the first rhythm. It was called the Barriers Rhythm with Loot and Fire and, you know, myself and many more, and you know, a few more very talented artists. And but back in 2013, I had a different label design. I changed the label design in 2015 because I took a year break. I produced on GIDDIMANI Records in 2013. 2014, I was too busy. I was doing Better Off Dread album over in Hawaii, and it was a lot of work. I was touring in between, so I never got to do any work for GIDDIMANI Records. 2015 is when the label came out with a new face, and yeah, I gave them self-Grammy, I gave them #Harvest, there was Got Trees with Young Shanty, and you know, we've just been doing a lot of work on GIDDIMANI Records. So the Air Rhythm just came out, and I have two more. I'm doing so much work right now. I know. You know, I can't explain.
I know, you don't stop. You're like unstoppable. You do something all the time. I see something coming out. You have an association with someone, or You're
Yes,
everywhere. We cannot miss Perfect Gideon. If you missed him, you're in a trance under a trance.
yes.
No, but what are your projects right now? What are you in the midst of doing now? You just released a new song.
Now, I'm working on 3 different stuff. I'm finishing up Young Shanty's album.
Him great, eh? He's great,
Yeah,
that kid. Great,
I'm finishing up Young Shanty's album, which will be out in April, I would say April, May. I'm also finishing up another album for a talented young singer from Jamaica. His name is Steven Dajour. I'm finishing up an album for him too. That is going to be a very, very great album. I'm also finishing up a new rhythm selection, which is called the Royal Stamp Rhythm. And there's also another rhythm selection, which is called the Bernard Herbert Spliffington Rhythm.
Oh.
Bernard Herbert Spliffington Project. So that's like 4 projects right now. I'm working on. Right now I'm working on 4 projects all at once.
You know, people grow from people and projects.
Young Shanty's album, I'm just working right now. Plus the tour is coming up. You know, so when I get days off on the tour, I'll be in the studio, and it's just work.
It's just work. Do you take days off? Is there days that you just sit and put your thoughts together, relax, and say, okay, it's a day off. I'm not going to the studio. Is there days like that, or you're always non-stop every day and bang, 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 like an energized battery?
No, there are days when I don't go to the studio, but I still have a lot of musical stuff that I have to be dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I still have stuff that I'm dealing with, you know? I'm either on the phone, you know, instructing some harmonizers how I need a harmonies to be done, or I'm sending off some musical files to Sam Gilly over in Austria, or, you know, I'm thinking about the script of a video. I'm always, every day I do something towards, you know, the advance of my career.
Yeah, the last video you just released yesterday was amazing vibes. It's like no cats, no dogs upon the lion corner.
Yeah. You know, and that's stuff. From the Reggae Farmwork album that's coming out. Man, I've got so much. I even forgot to mention Reggae Farmwork, but Reggae Farmwork album is going to be very, very interesting. It's coming out on the 4th of March.
Yeah. And
trust me, it's very authentic, man. Irish from France, you know.
That's why it takes...
The entire album was done in France, in Irish, all Irish rhythms, you know, all Irish ganja we were smoking. So, you know, it's that album is, it's definitely it's an album that was done on spot.
Yeah.
It's not something that was done in 10 different places and brought to, you know, at the 11th place to get mixed.
Yeah.
Every production, all the rhythms, everything was done at Irie Heights.
Oh, good.
You know, it's a concept album. It's definitely an Irie Heights concept album.
Yeah, it's going to be a milestone in your career for sure. It's a big...
definitely.
No,
definitely.
For sure. I have another question for you. Because you told me before, we're all human. We all have feet and arms, and then we all breathe. We all go to the toilet. We're all human. So, how do you put yourself together before you get on stage and deliver those performances? Like, do you just smoke a big joint and you get into your zone and bing bang bang you deliver? Or you have do you go do 2 hours on a training bike before you get on stage to release? I don't know. What do you do?
No, honestly.
How do you put yourself together to deliver those kind of performances?
I can tell you this. Before a performance, you just find me backstage chilling.
Okay.
Definitely, I have to have cannabis.
Okay.
But, I'm just backstage chilling, pretty much. You know, I mean... What I definitely do every time before I get on stage, I always pray. Yeah, I definitely pray before I get on stage.
Okay.
But just like a minute or 2 minutes before I hit the stage, I have to transform into perfect Gideon.
That's it. That's what I'm saying there.
Yes, it's really, it's a whole transformation mode happens that you can't see with the naked eyes.
No,
but it does happen. Just like a minute or 2 minutes before I actually get on stage. Not before or not after. Just like 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay, so 1 or 2 minutes before you get on stage, your transformation into yourself happen. You align with all the frequencies that you need.
Yep.
And now you just focus Perfect Gideon.
Yes.
Great. So my brother, can you tell me 5 things I don't know about Perfect Gideon?
5 things about Perfect Gideon.
That I don't know or people don't know. We'll finish with that.
Perfect Gideon is a family man. Real family man. You know? Real family man. I'm in the kitchen a lot. I help my daughter with her homework a lot. I'm on top of that. You know, I'm a very strict parent when it comes on to getting your education background together.
Yeah.
Your education foundation, making sure it's strong. I don't play with that, you know?
No.
Because my mom was a teacher, and trust me, it was not easy time, but it did make me good in the end, you know. So I just have to enforce those principles also, and just like I tell you, man, before I get on stage, it's Perfect Gideon.
That's it.
Time I get off, and probably I'm back on the plane to head home. It's Greg Rose, you know, and it's a whole different scenario. I'm at the school. I help out in the lunchroom. I'm an active parent, you know, at the school. I do a lot of stuff, man. I don't know how I do it, but I go a long way, man. Trust me.
You are a very respectable man, that's for sure. You're gonna anyway. We're gonna post that interview inside the group and everything, not just to. I mean, I'm gonna do more artists like that, but I felt like it was a great synchronicity to have you here with me.
Yes, King.
Likewise. Just stay on a little bit. I want to tell you 2 more words in private after, but I'm gonna stop the recording now. So thank you for your presence, everybody that was with us, sharing the vibes.
Yes, respect. Thanks to all the fans and all the well-wishers, all the viewers that, you know, have supported the works over the years and keep on supporting the works also. Rastafari love. We do give thanks.
Rastafari, give thanks. We're out.
Yes, King.
It was GIDDIMANI and Janik from the TRU-MON Show. Bless.
Bless.
We're out.
Show, man.
Show.
Bang, bang.